Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of the B&B podcast.
Welcome.
I can't believe we've already done 3 episodes, even
Bro.
though it felt like a very short time, but
Yeah, it did.
time is kind of flying that we're already on our number 3 here.
Yeah. Our
So-
previous video did really well, bro.
Yeah, slowly getting these numbers up. I was shocked. We honestly weren't expecting
I was
almost double the views from our first video, but I guess that's a good sign that
we're doing
people are
something
liking
right.
it. Yeah, you're kind of doing something right, so
Yeah.
that definitely makes us very happy, and we're very thankful for our viewers and people who are supporting us. So you guys are the real number ones.
Thank you.
So today's video, we're going to be talking about DAOs.
DAOs, Olympus,
Very hot topic.
Metaverse, and Times Wonderland.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure everybody's kind of seen these ridiculous APYs, like 70,000, 8,000.
You know what's crazy, bro? I remember my dad telling me a 5% to 10% ROI is amazing per year. He used to invest in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're talking about 20 billion APY.
I feel like that's just what everybody was so accustomed to, and that's what the companies were able to get away with. This 5%, 10% a year was really attractive for a long time prior to crypto.
Yeah.
But now when you're getting into crypto, like even a 20% in a savings account is something normal as compared to what the banks are offering.
I mean, guys, we're not saying 20 billion is a realistic APY. I don't think they hold, but 20,000, very realistic. That's very normal to make that kind of ROI in the crypto market. Of course, if you make the right investment.
And of course, like these APYs aren't sustainable at that high number. Obviously, over time, as the circulating supply increases, the more people are holding it, that APY will slowly depreciate. But you'd still be making a very large amount.
Yeah. When the market cap of these DAOs grow, the APY generally drops. So you're right. The circulating supply increases, the APY is going to drop. So that's how these algorithms, I think, maintain the price.
So tell the audience, what is a DAO for the people who don't know?
So a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. Think about it like a governing system that works on its own. So it does the daily tasks on its own. But let's say any significant change usually would be put out for a vote, and all the people that are staked into these tokens will get the right to vote on whether the token goes this route with the marketing or growth, or option A or option B. Kind of understand what I'm saying?
So what about the people who kind of say that it's a Ponzi scheme in a way? What do you say about people who think like that?
Let's look into it. What is a Ponzi scheme? It's a fraudulent investing scam promising high rates of return with little risk to investors. It is similar to a pyramid scheme. You know those pyramid schemes? I remember I opened my door one day and this guy selling me a pyramid scheme. So these used to be really popular.
The really popular one I remember when we were in high school was there'd be like these internet services that people would provide. So for example, let's say I would start it and I would get you, your friend, and someone else to start it. And if you guys start it, then it's kind of like all the money just kind of comes back to the people who first started.
So I don't think this is a Ponzi scheme though. I really don't think it's a Ponzi scheme. Only because fraudulent things are usually hidden, for things to be sketchy. But in the DAOs, this is known knowledge that all the codes, all the encryptions are all for the public, right? So hence Olympus DAO, the first one that was successful, got forked, and so many people replicated it.
I feel like one good thing that they did in the beginning to kind of avoid these pump and dumps was that they took control of all their liquidity.
That was
so
smart.
I feel like that's one of the main things that people were kind of concerned about. Well, what if I buy into this and then next thing you know, the price plummets and then what, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like
see with most cryptos out there.
Exactly. Yeah. And the way what you were saying, just to add to it, kind of the way that it's set up is as basically if the price is continuing to go down, the APY kind of makes up for it. So there's like a system there that kind of
a Ponzi scheme wouldn't care, would keep promising high APYs even though it was crashing, and then it would eventually burn, you know, and just the benefit would just be gone to the top people. But, you know, here we can see it's not a Ponzi scheme.
And also a few of the other cryptos are actually starting to use DAO eventually, right? Like Solana.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if these cryptos are using it, it kind of starts to look less in a bad light and more in a good light. Because at the end of the day, the only way that these cryptos survive and they not only maintain their price and also increase is by the people who are holding it. So what do? You give them an incentive. Yeah. So, hey, like you can get X amount if you hold, and the more people who are holding, like the one thing I really like about Olympus is that about a little over 90% of the people who have the token are staking it. So that just shows you, okay, the more people who are holding it for a very long period of time, the price sustains. Not only does it sustain, it increases in value.
Yeah.
And even if it does decrease, it'll do decrease here and there, obviously. But it's not as big of a hit, I would say.
You know what I like about the DAO? That it rewards people as the circulating supply keeps increasing. Because each DAO, their circulating supply is increasing, right? They keep releasing more and more into the market as the demand goes up. But how they protect those initial investors is that they keep rewarding those initial investors who are staked with their tokens.
So it kind of makes up for whatever you lose.
Exactly.
And for the people wondering, okay, what happens if it ever goes to zero? The thing about Olympus is that the way it's designed is that as soon as it gets close to the dollar, the US dollar, it automatically starts to sell whatever it had from the treasury to make up for it. So the whole system and how they have it set up, like it's so genius in a way. It's beautifully done.
It's revolutionary.
And that's why a lot of these companies are going to be implementing it to their system.
Most of the crypto tokens that are out there will eventually fade out. So we can't expect that all the DAOs that could come out, they're coming out every day with a new DAO. You can't expect them all to survive in this market, but I would kind of look at Olympus as the Bitcoin of DAOs. I would actually look at that because it's the first one.
And time being like Ethereum.
Time being like Ethereum, exactly. And the rest kind of like, let's see who makes it, you know? But yeah, one thing I like about time is that it crossed Olympus's market cap. Now that actually changes the theory because now it's acting more like Bitcoin because Bitcoin has the highest market cap in the crypto world.
And it's sustaining at a pretty high APY too. I guess that's what makes it more attractive.
Yeah. For some reason, it's the only DAO that performed like it was supposed to. When the price fell, the APY went up. And the other ones, like for Olympus, for example, the price is falling and the APY is falling. I think because they were releasing too much into the circulating supply. So, you know, they're all battling this new issue of how to make the price and attract investors. And hence, I think Time is doing the best job and might actually already did cross Olympus, but might become the DAO that people
are attracted to and go to.
Yeah.
One of our personal favorite, well, I say personal favorite very loosely, the Metaverse Pro. One of the he's laughing because we lost money, guys.
APY.
No, we got in at 6 billion, so we were about a few days late because originally it was at 20 billion APY, and we came in at around 6 billion.
Bro, we got screwed.
You know what? In the beginning, it was nice. It started at a really low market cap. We got in around like maybe 20 mil market cap.
Yeah.
And it hit all the way close to 150.
Yeah.
And what happened shortly after that, the price just suddenly plummeted.
What is it sitting at right now?
One Meta's sitting at like $26.
And what's the APY?
Currently 0. But in 2 days, they are releasing a new staking.
Yeah.
system there. So
with Metaverse Pro, why I still kind of believe in it, although it totally like people are calling it a rug pull. I believe it's the only DAO in the GameFi in the, like area of crypto, and GameFi area of crypto is very new itself.
And I feel like even with the with Olympus, like you've had moments where the price plummeted like 70%, 80%. So it's like it's still relatively fairly new. I feel like
it might
the
have
dev
a
team
comeback.
really need to focus more on the marketing side.
100%.
Because the APY is still higher than well it was, and let's see what the new APY is going to be in about 2 days. But it was higher than Olympus and Time.
Yeah.
And I feel like just from a marketing perspective, I feel like they just need to work on that, even though like it is still relatively new and only time will tell if it will sustain.
Yeah.
What I do like about it is that they are holding, the Metaverse Pro name. So like when you type in Metaverse, that's like one of the first things that comes up. So you want to tell them how we did? Because we were invested in all three, and yes, Metaverse did do the worst for us.
For Olympus, we invested $1,000 in the first week of December, right? And it was worth 435 Canadian, with a 7,100% APY. So we got around 1.9 ohm, okay? And we're currently still staked in it. Now we have 3.17 ohm, okay? So the ohm went up, right? But the APY dropped to 4,100. Right, and the price dropped to $235. So APY dropped by a half, and the price dropped by a half. So because of our own going up, we still were able to mitigate that loss to just having a $200 loss. So our $1,000 investment, if it wasn't staked earning ohm, we would be at a much greater loss right now because it went half down. So we would be at a $500 loss, but we're only at a $200 loss because of the staking. Okay. With Time, we invested $1,000 in the first week of December. It was worth 4,600, and with an 81,000% APY. So we got 0.2 memo. So when you stake Time, it becomes memo, right? And so we're still holding it. The price has literally fell almost half, 2,700, and the APY increased though. So this is the only DAO we invested where the APY actually went up when the price went down. Okay? There could be other factors. They might have not increased their circulating supply. But, but yeah, the APY went up to 85,000%. And we currently hold 0.33 memo. Worth $890. So we only made $100 loss, roughly. Okay? And
even throughout the dip, wow, that's actually pretty good.
I'm surprised about Wonderland. It's the only one that performed well for us.
And even though like the price is relatively low as compared to the all-time high, but it's like, kind of like imagine when it goes back.
Bro, Wonderland figured it out. They made that algorithm perfect. Like these DAOs, although yes, they have a very similar algorithm, but the way they move and market and all that matters. Because then you're messing with the audience and this and that. So I think Time Wonderland is doing the best job so far out of all of them. Metaverse, I don't want to talk about. Okay, all right. I invested,
and we're only mentioning Metaverse Pro because this is also another thing that we are invested in.
Exactly,
and it's definitely the heaviest loss.
Well, for you, it's not that heavy. You invested $1,000. Yeah, I invested $2,500 because I got excited hearing the 20 billion APY that they promised.
Just a lesson for everybody. Definitely put in what you can afford to lose.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't put in like your life savings in these DAOs, and you see like the ridiculous percent. Sometimes like my friend over here, sometimes you get a little bit too excited, and then you see these high APYs and the market cap being so low, it almost seemed like a win in a way, because we got in like relatively very early. We got in at the market cap at that time was around like 20 million, and the APY was ridiculous, and it sustained for about 2 weeks. Like we've actually doubled In the
that felt
first
nice.
week we doubled. So it said exactly what it was going to do. It was going to give us a certain amount every 5 days, and it did what it performed as it was, until they released that 6 for 6 staking system that they had, and then after that it kind of just went downhill because it couldn't sustain.
Yeah, I think the whales came in and they just tumbled it down. Also,
that's also,
guys, I gotta tell you, yes, I invested 2,500. Yes, I'm making a commotion about it, but really it was money I was willing to lose.
So the people who want to invest in Wonderland or Metaverse, can you give them like a general outline of how you might be able to do that?
Of course, if you want to invest into time, you would use Avalanche, right? And you would tie a Trust wallet or a MetaMask wallet to it. And if you invest in Ohm or Metaverse Pro, you would also use a Trust wallet and tie it to PancakeSwap or any of the swaps. So, but you would need a currency. So either BNB or AVAX. And you could use exchanges like Crypto.com, link below.
I saw that plug. Link below.
It's not like a sponsor or anything. We're just if you guys, it's a good platform. We both use it, and the link is below just for you guys. Yeah.
Also, we wouldn't sell you guys anything that we're not invested in ourselves, and that is a platform that we use the most. So
also we have a giveaway,
100 USDC, end of January.
Yes. So to enter that giveaway, like, comment, subscribe, show us love, and you're automatically entered into that giveaway.
And the last video of the month, we will be announcing the winner.
Yep. And we have a shout out to give out to our 3 comments from the past video. Okay. All right. And we have a shout out to give out. Zachary's comment: Sheep will do 2x or 5x from here if BTC behaves.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that too. I like that. Krista's comment: Shiba Inu will remove 1-0 soon. Yeah, let's go Sheep Army.
Man, that is so nice.
Belma's comment: Wish you great luck this year. Thank you so much. That was a sweet comment.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate all the love. There's so many comments. There's so much love. We appreciate it. I've been trying to engage with it. I mean, we've been trying to engage with it. And yeah, so it's been great. Thank you guys.
Thank you all. See you in the next video.
Like, comment, subscribe.